Good morning, Mr. Thomas. Today's question is, how do you decide which technology stack to use for a project?
Yeah, good morning, Lavanya. Thank you for the question. See, as an organization, Rejola, our main focus has been on the solution that we provide to the customer and how is the solution helpful for the customer? How is it beneficial for the customer? How is it removing the challenges and problems that they are having? So what happens is with many of the customers that we discuss, we do not even get into a discussion of the tech stack that is being used. Okay, by the way, what is a technology stack or a tech stack is what is the programming language that we are using while preparing the software. There are different programming languages, front-end programming language, back-end programming language, database that we use. So there are various programming languages, libraries, that goes into making a software. But we, do not get into discussing them with the customer, because for a customer, what matters is it working? Is the solution or the software that you are creating, is it solving my problem? Is it helping me to increase my business? Is it helping me to scale up? So this is what the customer is interested in. Of course, internally, when we allocate the project internally to a team for development, we take care of the technology stack. So what we do is there are various programming languages that are there, and each one of them have the strengths and weaknesses or pros and cons when it comes to different types of developments. So I'll just take few examples because the list is very big in terms of tech stack. So few examples are, for example, if the software number of users are very high, or the traffic onto the software is very high, or the number of interactions on the software are extremely high, then we can use a software, something programming language like Node.js. Okay, it is well suited for development where there are very high number of users. And then if there is another kind of an application which is an enterprise level software, and it has to be extremely secure, and security is the key, but a number of users are not very high, then in that case we can use a very good programming language like Java. Okay, which is also a cross functional programming language, so that's something that we can use. In cases where the software is a small software, there are like 10 or 20 users who will be using the software, and it has to be developed very fast, and it has to be given to the customer with few features. Customer basically wants to use it for something very basic in their organization. Then we can even use programming language like PHP, which is meant, the reason why PHP was created was for creating web applications or website related programming that is required. So these are just three examples I'm giving. Apart from this, there are many other programming languages, like we have Flutter, with which we can create hybrid mobile apps. React Native, we can create hybrid mobile apps. Java we can use for native Android apps. Swift programming language for native iOS apps. Like that, the list goes on. There's a very big list. So our focus is on the solution that we create for the customer, and depending on that, we adopt the technology stack required to meet that demands that the customer has. So the key is we spend time to understand what is the use case of the software, how will the software be used, what is the problem that it is trying to solve, how many users will be there. And if we are able to understand that very clearly, will there be a sudden surge in users, is it a seasonal usage, where there will suddenly you have thousands of users coming onto the portal, and then rest of the time you hardly have any traffic. So we try to understand all these various factors that influence the functioning of the software, and depending on that we use the tech stack. So that is how I'd like to answer. Thank you, Lavanya.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.